Hello everyone, welcome to Finite Element Methods tutorial. I am V. Rakesh, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department. In this lecture, I am going to discuss one problem in analysis of beams. The problem is for the beam element loading shown in figure, determine the slopes at 2 and 3. Take Young's modulus 200 GPa and moment of inertia I equal to 4 into 10 power minus 6 meter power 4. This is the given figure. Now take the nodes 1, 2 and 3. The Young's modulus is 200 GPa to convert into Newton per meter square, that is 200 into 10 power 9 Newton per meter square. Moment of inertia I equal 4 into 10 power minus 6 meter power 4. Let the beam is divided into two elements. This is the first element. This first element having nodes 1 and 2. Second element, this one is the second element. It having nodes 2 and 3. Let V1, V1, V2, V3 are the vertical displacements at node 1 and node 2 and node 3. Also take as Q1, Q3, Q5, that is your wish. Now theta 1, theta 2, theta 3 are the slopes at node 1, node 2 and node 3. Also take Q2, Q4, Q6. F1, F2 and F3 are the shear forces at node 1, 2 and 3. M1, M2, M3 are the shear bending moments at node 1, node 2 and node 3. Also the element 2 is subjected to uniformly distributed load. Now determination of nodal displacements. In this first calculate element stiffness matrix for beam. We know the formula for element stiffness matrix for beam, that is K equal to E I by L cube 12 6L minus 12 6L 6L 4L square minus 6L 2L square minus 12 minus 6L 12 minus 6L 6L 2L square minus 6L 4L square. Now substitute the above given values in this matrix. For element 1, K1 equal to is 200 GPa 200 into 10 power 9 into I value 4 into 10 power minus 6 meter power 4. uh, Length for first element, that is 1 meter, 1 cube 12 6 into 1 minus 12 6 into 1 6 into 1 4 into 1 square minus 6 into 1 2 into 1 square minus 12 in minus 6 into 1 12 minus 6 into 1 6 into 1 2 into 1 square minus 6 into 1 4 into 1 square. Now simplify this term, that means E I by L cube, we get 8 into 10 power 5 10 power 5. Now multiply with this matrix with 8 10 power 5 into 8 into 12 96 8 into 6 48 minus 96 48 48 32 minus 48 16 minus 96 minus 48 96 minus 48 46 48 16 minus 48 32. Also give the nodal displacement 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Take V1 theta 1, V2 theta 2, V1 theta 1, V2 theta 2. Similar to calculate stiffness matrix for element 2. We get both elements having similar properties, Young's modulus, moment of inertia and length. So K1 equal to K2. Now the global stiffness matrix can be written as K equal to K1 plus K2. Now assembly those obtained stiffness matrices, it having the given beam element having 3 nodes and 6 displacements. So the final size of matrix is 6 by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means V1 theta 1, V2 theta 2, V3 theta 3, V1 theta 1, V2 theta 2, V3 theta 3. We know how to assemble the given two matrices. For example, this is the 1 1 position, that is 96. Next position 2 1. From first matrix with the 2 1 position, right in this place 48. 3 1, 3 1 is minus 96. Right here similar to right remaining elements. Finally we get this matrix. Now calculate load vector matrix for first element F1, M1, F2, M2. First element having there is no shear force and bending moment, so directly take 0, 0, 0, 0. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. Element 2 having uniformly distributed load, so calculate the forces and bending moments at second node and third node, that is F2, M2, F3, M3. At F2 minus WL by 2 or minus PL by 2. M2 is minus WL square by 12. F3 minus WL by 2. M3 plus WL square by 12. Now substitute the values in this load vector, that means W equal to, we know W value 12 kilonewton per meter, that means 12 into 10 cube, 12 into 10 cube into L value is 1 meter by 2, we get minus 6000. Similar to M2 value minus WL square by 12 minus 12 into 10 cube into L square means 1 square by 12, we get minus 1000. Similar to calculate F3 minus WL by 2 minus 12 into 10 cube into L means 1 meter by 2, that is minus 6000. Final one is M3 value plus WL square by 12, 12 into 10 cube into 1 square by 12, we get plus 1000. Now write assembly of load vector, that means F equal to F1 plus F2. That means F equal to F1 M1 F2 M2 plus F2 M2 F3 M3. Now substitute above load vector matrices. Finally we get 0 0 minus 6000 minus 1000 minus 6000 plus 1000. Now write the finite element equation. We know the formula for finite element equation, that is K into Q equal to F. Write K into U equal to F. In some problems We have taken in the place of q, that is u. Now substitute above matrices in this equation, that is k into q equal f. Now apply the boundary condition. That means at node 1 is the fixed one, so v1 equal theta 1 equal 0. At node 2 only vertical support is fixed and it having horizontal moment, so take v2 is 0, similar to at node 3 v3 equals 0. That is v1 equal theta 1 equal v2 equal v3 equal 0. Now apply this boundary conditions to above equation. Now applying the Gaussian rule. Now eliminate corresponding v1 row and v1 column. That means this first row, first column, second row, second column, similar to q3 means v2, this one. Last one v3. Finally we get 64. I think this one, this vertical column, this horizontal row. Yes. Fifth column and fifth row. Remaining elements are 64, 64, 16, 16, 32 into q4, q6. That means theta 2, theta 3 equal to minus 1000 plus 1000. Now simplify this equation. 64 theta 2, that means q4, 64 theta 2 plus 16 theta 3 equal to minus 1000. 16 theta 2 plus 32 theta 3 equal to plus 1000. Now simplify this equation. Finally we get theta 2 equal to minus 2.67 into 10 power minus 4 radians. Theta 3 equal to plus 4.464 into 10 power minus 4 radians. These are the final answer for the given problem. I hope this is very clear to everyone. Thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe my channel for more updates.